Hello, welcome to another episode of Making It Happen with Mike D. I'm your host, Mike D. And remember, this is a show where we bring you information, insider tips, and just ideas that you can use to maybe go out and make something happen in your life, whether you're in business or maybe you're looking for things to happen in your personal life. And of course, we always bring in interesting local guests, and today's show is no different. And we have a great guest lined up for you and a great topic, all with relevant information to the Lakes Region business community. And we're talking with Carmen Gifford, who is the Executive Director of the Lakes Region Chamber of Commerce. Well, welcome, Carmen.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thanks for coming down so close to the holidays here as we're recording this and spending your time to talk to us about the Lakes Region Chamber of Commerce and all the exciting things that are going on, but more importantly, not just about the Lakes Region Chamber of Commerce, how your background and what you bring to the table as a business leader in the community. So let's just dive right into it and talk about your background in business.
Sure.
And let's go from there, because I always find that interesting when people have been in business.
My background is human resource management.
Okay.
And I worked for the last 15 years as a director of human resources. I worked in small companies, large companies, manufacturing, both public and private.
What was the
sectors.
smallest company you worked for? What was the largest company?
The smallest had 15 employees, and the largest had 1,000.
Wow.
That was worldwide.
So were you actually a board member of this Chamber of Commerce at one time?
I was part of the Greater Franklin Chamber of Commerce for a year. I actually worked down in the Franklin area for a manufacturing firm, and I sat on the board, and it was about that time that the Greater Franklin Chamber merged with the Laconia Wares Beach Chamber of Commerce.
So you were involved with that?
I was, and with the economic development in the Franklin area. And at that time, they took two boards and made one board, and the two chambers became the Lakes Region Chamber of Commerce, which was in 2008.
You also said that you had a small business in Meredith too?
I did. It was actually in the Laconia area. My husband and I owned a business. It was a garden center, property maintenance, florist. It was year-round with greenhouses, with service year-round to both residential and commercial.
And how long did you and your husband do that?
7 years.
7 years,
yep.
Okay.
And the florist business spun off, and we did sell that, and that's still in business today in the Meredith area.
Great.
You're a neighborhood florist, so happy to see that go. The chamber represents from small mom-and-pop businesses, sole proprietorship, even individuals working out of their homes through large corporations. So I definitely can relate to that and understand the challenges and the need for resources in order to help businesses.
What were some of the key the key items that kind of went into that decision of merging the Chamber of Commerce?
Well, there's a lot of businesses that actually were a part of both chambers.
Okay.
And the Franklin Chamber was a little bit smaller, had less staff. So merging the two together was actually a positive opportunity for the businesses that were members. It brought different benefits to them, different marketing opportunities, different opportunities that they didn't have.
Right.
And I think doing things in collaboration always bring about more opportunity.
Pool your resources together.
We did. We pooled our resources.
How many towns now would you say the Lakes Region Chamber of Commerce
We are just about, I guess, 18 plus communities, and that goes from the Hill area all the way to Alton and as far north as Holderness.
Okay.
So, and everything in between. And there are many businesses that belong to our chamber that really, I don't call the Lakes Region, but they find a value to belonging to our chamber because maybe they're statewide, maybe it be like the Children's Museum or somebody that owns property that they rent out in the summertime through
yeah, that makes sense.
So they may belong to the chamber for the visibility, for the information about what's going on in our community because they're not here all the time.
Right. Okay. So. No, that makes total sense. What do you think are some of the other exciting changes, that are going on?
That are going on? Well, I came on board in July, and one of the things that we're really working hard to do is to be able to offer more. The economy has changed. It's become a struggle for some folks and a challenge. It's hard if you're the only one in your store and you don't have other staff to be there. You have to be there all the time. Trying to reach out for resources is, a constant challenge. And so I think that's one of the things that the chamber is stepping up to do, to remember that's part of our mission, to provide that education, provide that policy, to provide that legislative information to help kind of understand it all, and if people want to be more involved in those areas, that we've provided that avenue to do so. We're not telling anyone how they need to, what they need to agree on or disagree on, but we need to put it all out on the table and be able to help people understand it.
And then we have the we have the education, and there's also the newsletter that goes out every quarter.
We do a quarterly newsletter. It's a magazine. Last year we introduced it as a magazine, and we have a marketing committee that puts that together with our marketing coordinator in-house, Darcy Perry, and so that has actually come a long way, and we're really proud of that piece. It's probably about 8 pages long. Yeah. It lets people know what's coming up. We've really been sensitive of making it relevant, because when you go to something quarterly from monthly, it's hard.
Yeah, it does. It's not easy.
And we've tried to focus on every part of the different communities that we serve. And everyone has an opportunity to submit an article if they'd like to help, spotlight something about their community, about their business.
Right.
And we welcome that as well.
Cool. And it usually starts off with, I think, a message from...
A message from me.
Message from you, right?
Yes.
Okay. And anything else in terms of you mentioned like business roundtables and other educational type things for 2011?
Yeah, the business roundtables, we've teamed up with SCORE, and that is really a big, business roundtables are really a big thing in the, I guess, in the Carolina area. Okay. And SCORE has really seen a lot of that take off, and so we're hoping that we can bring some subjects where people can...
We just can't do it here, because this is
You can't do it here. No, and you don't want more than 20 people, because then it's really hard to have a discussion, but you're really actually being able to talk... It becomes
like a healthcare debate at that point.
It does. It gives you an opportunity to, to learn from your peers and to find out what they're doing in a non-threatening, non-competitive type of environment, whether it be a marketing discussion, whether it be a leadership discussion. And a lot of times that subject will take on a life of its own, and then people will get together several times later.
You may have to keep me posted on those.
I will.
Figure out how to get one of those 20 seats. That'd be great.
Sure.
So, okay. And then you're talking about panel discussions. So it seems like there's a lot of great things going on, and all this information is available by calling?
Calling the chamber at 603-524-5531.
Okay. And also Lakes Region...
chamber.org.
Lakes Region Chamber.org.
Correct.
And of course, don't forget about the Young Professionals Initiative too, which is a great...
That is really taking off. The Lakes Region Young Professionals meet once a month. There's a social gathering. They've got some great enrichment programs set up. They're starting a website, and it will be, if you go through the chamber website, you'll have a link right to theirs. Mm-hmm. Some great programming. Great group of people.
Well, a lot of exciting things with the Lakes Region Chamber of Commerce. So, Carmen,
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in and giving us some great information, and enough to, if you're a business owner or just someone looking to get some more information about what's going on in the business community in the area, just check out the Lakes Region Chamber of Commerce, and yeah, they're definitely making things happen. So appreciate you watching, and feel free to get in touch with me with any questions. Just visit askmiked.com or cyberspacetoyourplace.com, and you can find me there. And if you think you make a good guest for the show, or you have some ideas or questions, feel free to reach out. So thanks for watching. It's been another episode of Making It Happen. Talk to you soon.